Hello everyone, let's try this question. This question says that you are going to find out the value of resultant force as well as its magnitude, and also you are going to find out its coordinate direction angles. Now, just look at the diagram, and this diagram or the question is exactly same as our previous question which we already done. So, there are the two forces given to us. This one is basically F1 and the another one is basically F2. So, let's talk about the F1 force first. Now, if you see the question diagram, there are the two triangle given to us. This one, let's call this one, and the another one, let's call this two. And this length right here is basically common in between these two triangles. Let's call this f prime. So our first agenda is to find out the value of f prime here. So I'm going to extract the triangle number one from here. So this is basically our triangle number one. This length right here is basically fy, and this one right here is basically fx, and this one right here is basically f prime. So the angle between the fy and f prime is nothing but 25 degree according to the equation. So this angle is basically 25 degree, and this angle is nothing but the 90 degree. So apply the sine theta and cos theta here. So sine theta, which is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. The opposite side of theta, it is nothing but the perpendicular, and in this case it is nothing but the fx. So fx is our perpendicular, and where the two angle meet each other, so that particular side are known as base. So fy is our base, and the remaining side is our hypotenuse. So sine theta, which is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so perpendicular is nothing but fx, and the hypotenuse is nothing but the f prime. So f prime, which is equal to fx upon sine of theta. So the direction of fx is like this. This is basically the direction of fx, and this fx is going to be positive here, okay, because it is acting outward this way. So that's why f prime, which is equal to fx upon sine of theta. Let's call this equation number one. Now apply the cos theta here. So cos theta, which is equal to base upon hypotenuse. So the base in this case is basically fy, and the hypotenuse is basically f prime. So f prime, which is equal to fy upon cos of theta. So if you see the question diagram, this is basically the direction of Fy, and it is acting on the right hand side. So that's why it is positive Fy. So this one becomes F prime, which is equal to Fy upon cos of theta. Let's call this equation number 2. Now this is for triangle number 1. Let's talk about the triangle number 2 here. So for that I am erasing some extra things from here. Now this is basically our triangle number 2 here. Okay, so according to the question diagram, not mine, this is basically our F prime, and this right here, it is basically our fz, and fz is acting vertically downward, so that's why it is negative. Okay, so if you see my diagram, the f prime, it is nothing but our base. Similarly, the opposite side of theta, it is nothing but the fz, and it is our perpendicular, and the remaining side, it is nothing but our hypotenuse. So again apply the sine theta and cos theta function here. So you will get, so sine theta, which is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. The perpendicular in this case is basically fz, and the hypotenuse, it is nothing but the 250 newton. Okay, so this one become fz, which is equal to 250 into sine of theta, and the theta in this case is nothing but the 35 degree. So this one become sine 35 degree. So grab the calculator, put the values into it, and solve it for the value of fz. So this one become 143.39 newton. But what about its direction? We already see that the direction of fz is acting vertically downward. So that's why it will become negative 143.39 newton. Okay, so this is all about the fz. Now apply the cos theta here. Okay, so we know that cos theta, which is equal to base upon hypotenuse. The base in this case is basically the f prime, and the hypotenuse is nothing but the 250 newton. So f prime, which is equal to 250 into cos of theta, and the theta in this case is basically the 35 degree. Now from equation number 1, if you see that this is equation number 1, so from equation number 1, f prime, which is equal to fx upon sine of theta, so this one become fx upon sine of theta, and the theta from equation number 1 is nothing but the 25 degree, because theta from the triangle number 1, it is basically the angle between the f prime and y, and according to the equation, it is nothing but the 25 degree. Okay, so that's why it will become fx upon sine 25 degree, which is equal to 250 into cos of 35 degree. So it will become fx which is equal to, grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for the value of fx. So this one become fx, which is equal to 86.54 Newton. This is basically the value of fx. Now from equation number 2 we will get fy upon cos of 25 degree, which is equal to 250 into cos of 35 degree. So again, grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for the value of fy. So the value of fy, it is nothing but 185.60 Newton. This is basically the value of fy, and we know that the fy and fx are positive. Okay, so this is basically the f1. So the Cartesian form of f1 are written as f1, which is equal to 86.54 I cap with positive sign 185.60 j cap with negative 143.39 k cap Newton. This is the Cartesian form of f1. Now, what about the Cartesian form of f2? For the Cartesian form of f2, we erase some extra thing from here. Now, this is basically the Cartesian form of f1. Now, let's talk about the Cartesian form of f2. So, f2, it is nothing but the 400 Newton. Similarly, f2 makes an angle 120 degree from the positive x-axis. Similarly, f2 makes an angle 45 degree from the positive y-axis. And lastly, f2 makes an angle of 60 degree from the positive z-axis. So, this is basically direction of cosine. And the Cartesian form of f2 are written as f2, which is equal to 400 into cos alpha I plus 400 into cos beta j, and lastly plus 400 into cos gamma k Newton. This is basically the Cartesian form of f2. So f2, which is equal to 400 alpha, it is basically the angle between the f2 and the positive x-axis, and it is nothing but the 120 degree. So 400 into cos of 120 degree I plus 400 into cos of 45 degree j, because beta, it is basically angle between the f2 and y-axis, so it is 45 degree, with plus 400 into cos of 60 degree k Newton. This is basically the Cartesian form of f2. So f2, which is equal to 400 into cos of 120 degree, so you will get minus 200 I cap with positive 282.84 j cap, and lastly with positive 200 k cap Newton. This is basically the Cartesian form of f2. Now, for the value of resultant vector, we are going to add f1 and f2. So, it will become fr, which is equal to f1 plus f2. So, for the value of f1, it is nothing but 86.54. So, if you add 86.54 I with negative 200 I, you will get fr, which is equal to minus 113.46 I cap. Similarly, if you will add 185.60 j with positive 282.84 j, you will get plus 468.44 j cap. And lastly, if you add negative 143.39 k with positive 200, you will get positive 56.61 k Newton. This is basically the Cartesian form of resultant vector. Now, what about its magnitude? For the magnitude, we have the formula, that is Fr, which is equal to under root 113.46 whole square with positive 468.44 whole square with positive 56.61 whole square. Grab the calculator, put the values into it and solve it for the magnitude of resultant vector. So the magnitude of resultant vector, it is nothing but 485.29 Newton. This is basically the magnitude of resultant vector. So our last part is to find out the coordinate direction angles of the resultant vector. So it will become alpha, which is equal to cos inverse fx upon f. The value of fx, it is nothing but negative 113.46. So it will become negative 113.46 divided by 485.29. Similarly, comma beta, which is equal to cos inverse fy upon f. The value of fy, it is nothing but 468.44. So it will become 468.44 divided by f, and the value of f, it is nothing but 485.29. Similarly, the value of gamma, which is equal to cos inverse 56.61 upon 485.29. So the value of alpha, it is nothing but 103 0.52 degree. This is basically the value of alpha. Now, the value of beta, which is equal to 15.14 degree. Similarly, the value of gamma, which is equal to 83.30 degree. Now, your question has been solved here and your concept too. So, please like, comment, share and subscribe it. Okay, take care. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.